Today, we're going to be reviewing the 2020 Cadillac Escalade. Now, before we get into it, I'm going to say a quick story. Now, we all know about the 2021 Escalade, and before it takes the roads, we're going to be reviewing the 2020 Cadillac Escalade to see the 4th generation, the last 4th generation before it gets discontinued and picked up by the 2021, the 5th generation. So, let's get in it. So what the key fobs includes is actually you have your lock, your unlock, your trunk button, your alarm button, everything that includes. But for the materials, it actually feels nice. You have like a silver liner on the sides with a rubbery but not rubbery feeling. As well as on the back, you can actually see the Cadillac sign on it. And this key fob actually does fit the vehicle. At the bottom, you have 2 tabs that you take it out and you can unlock your door. For the Cadillac Escalade, they do include some pretty cool doorknobs, like on all 4 doors when you unlock the vehicle. Not only does the headlights and taillights turn on, but the doorknobs actually do illuminate for you. And to unlock the doors, you actually have to press a button on the side to open it. And then now, you're inside your luxurious Cadillac Escalade. Room on wheels. Fantastic. Every time you get in, what I do, I just would avoid stepping on it because who would want to ruin that? But actually, it's pretty nice. Now, for the speaker system, you do actually have a chrome mesh, actually, with the Bose logo on inside the chrome mesh. As on the top, you do have a silver chrome filling to it, which is nice. Gives a more elegant look to the vehicle. Doors. Since this is indeed a room on wheels, as for any room, you do store things on a room. So, for your room on wheels, you actually have a cubby right here, another cubby right here, and another cubby right here, which is another cubby right here, a cubby, a baby cup holder, a cubby, which is a few things, but if you need to store a lot of things inside your room on wheels, you actually can. Now for the seat controls, you actually do have your massager seat controls. So when the massager seat is activated, you could control it to however you want. You have your regular seat functions, as well as the massager seat button, and you have a piano black feel to it, just hope you don't get your fingerprints on it, and plastic surrounding it, as well as a chrome piece on top, which gives a look to it, which looks good, even though you won't be looking at it much of the time, and you will be feeling it, but Interior, it is very luxurious. Hold on. Alright, there we go. It is pretty luxurious and a lot to take in, which is in a good. Just wanna put your hand right here, you're cruising, and your arm actually won't hurt because it's nice and leather wrapped. As well as on the bottom is suede, nice suede feeling, as well as wood, which means it's a nice combo of higher end materials, which is very nice. Then, driving your room, your Cadillac Escalade, nice luxurious room on the road. Going to the driver's side, right here you actually have a place where you can adjust your gauge cluster brightness as well as your lights. So you're driving at night, you can turn them on. A mini cubby right here. I don't know what you can store in here. I'm just gonna guess pennies, as well as you're treated with nice wood right here. So you can look up at wood. So my gauge cluster is too bright. Let me turn it down. Wood. Nice wood. As well as air conditioning right here. You could close it, and it actually has a silver mesh to it, as well as a grip, and suede with leather. Suede and leather, which is nice. Let's get this vehicle started, and let's get more into this luxurious. Nice. Now for your key fob, you can actually store it many places. As I'm about to demonstrate, you can store it on the door, for example, inside the door, also inside the center console. On the wireless charger, you can store it inside the center console too, which gives a lot of places to store your key fob. Now, you can also store more things in here except a key fob, like phones, charger, gadgets, anything you want to keep it out of sight, or if you're leaving a car right quick, you can actually store it so it's not just out in sight when you leave your vehicle, which is a cool feature that is inside this vehicle. Nice. So, another thing that I want to notice is actually here, for the center, you actually have a nice U-shaped chrome that's actually going along right here, as well as a lot of features going on with a wood thing. You can barely notice, but there's actually a wood piece right here, which adds luxury to this vehicle, as well as you have cooled, heated, and heated back seats. You can power it on, off, you could go to your home screen. You actually have volume button, you know, just basic car stuff that you use to control your car. Nice. The steering wheel, you actually have a few things, like you have a leather wrapped steering wheel, you have 2 wood pieces, and a nice chrome that's surrounding it, including buttons. This actually has a heated steering wheel on it, and the nice Cadillac emblem, which is
vroom,
nice.
vroom, vroom.
So what this includes is right here, you pull it back, you actually have a button right here where you can turn on the mini fridge, turn it off. You have a mini power thing where you can plug up any head, also USB ports right here, and you can store anything. And for right here, you actually have cup holders, which has a nice silver mesh to it, which is nice. So this car does have a cooler. What you do to turn on the cooler. Now, the mini refrigerator does replace the full center console, but if you ever want to use the center console again, you actually could. And it does include this inside the 2021 Escalade, which keeps your drink nice and cool when you're driving. Go right here, you click this button, and when it glows orange, you open it, and you actually have access to cool drinks. It can't heat, but actually a cooler. It's another feature inside the 2021 Escalade. Close it, and this actually can be a center console. Whereas right here, you have this Cadillac that came with it, mini bag, as well as a mini penny place where you can put it as USB-C. Really it. There's not really much inside the center console. That's really it. The 2 speaker things behind the seats are actually air compressed things that actually prevents the seats from overheating when you're using the massager seats, the cooler, the heated seats. They actually blow out air, so it prevents it from overheating. The Platinum Escalade does actually include a fully suede roof and also matches the color with the interior, as well as on the back of the passenger and driver's seat suede. For the door, you actually have your window control. You have like a suede stitching right here. Suede, you have your speaker, wood, and actually suede and leather. Like, just like the front, it's a combination of higher end materials. Then you just sit back and enjoy the ride, as well as ambient lighting. It's barely noticeable, but it has ambient lighting. Since this is the bench seat setting, you pull this down a little tab right here. You actually have 2 cup holders and a little thing where you can store something inside. So instead of having armrests with the captain seat, you can actually store your arm. You know, if you want to be chauffeured inside your Cadillac Escalade. As well as you can turn heated seats on, which is a nice. Screens inside the back. You have your lighting system. These are the only lighting system. It doesn't get the job 100% done, but it gets the job pretty done. You close it. You actually have your Bluetooth setting right here where you can connect Cadillac branded headphones for when you're watching your entertainment. push this down, you have your TV.
Now, aside of using movies, you could also plug in like an Xbox. You could plug in any entertainment source you actually want. That's what the Cadillac Escalade includes.
System. You pull this out, you actually have a control for your TV system. A few controls to go over your movie. You pop it in right there, close it up when you're done, and there. That was pretty simple. There's a mini button right here where you can just press it down. You have to hold it. You can just keep it like that, so if you're loading anything up. But if you want to get in fully, hold it again. Push this up, and you actually have a lot more space to enter the third row. Let's explore the third row. Right here, you actually have buttons right here, so you could actually lower the second row and the third row, and actually lift the third row, but not the second row. You can lift the third row by the push of a button, but you can't raise the second row. You can just lower it.
Now, this is the ESV, so you're definitely going to have more trunk space.
You have a tiny cup holder right here. Not so tiny, but it's pretty big. You can store a nice size drink in there. You have another cubby where you can store your phone, storage, it's nice to be there. Something where you could plug up your phone. And here is the Cadillac branded headphones I was talking about. Cadillac branded headphones, which is nice. And when the seats are fully up, you have all the leg room in the world. You have a lot of leg room where you could drive, and a pretty big open void you're sitting in. As we're inside a Cadillac ESV 2020 Cadillac Escalade. Nice. It's actually the manual it comes with. Here is actually the massaging seats working. If you look really close, you can actually see it. Suede stitching that's all across, which is a nice detail. For this Cadillac Escalade 2020 review, let's get into the blue rate, shall we?
Now, the interior is nice, combining high-end materials all in one, like wood, piano black, chrome, suede, leather, which gives an elegant look to it.
A 7 out of 10.
Now, for the exterior, it does look fantastic, giving it a nice grille, showing that it's a big American luxury SUV. Chrome all around, chrome from the rims to the top of the vehicle. A nice big appearance, showing that it's a big SUV, as I'm about to walk around and show you the full exterior. For the exterior, it actually does get a 6 out of 10. Now, this vehicle does have a lot of tech in it, and especially a lot to work with. But it might not be as good as the 2021, but it's still great. A 5 out of 10. So you do have a lot going on. Like, you could use the TV screens, you could use lots of storage, put the seats down, you have pretty a lot of storage. Even with the seats up, this is the ESV, so it does add some more space than a regular one. But even if you did have the regular one, it would still have pretty much a lot of space. From frontality, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Performance, this does have a pickup, but this isn't the sport model. It's not really the fastest vehicle, so for the performance, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 2. On the total 30 out of 50. Thank you for exploring the Cadillac Escalade.